Hi guys, I'm Gilad from Erotic Mastery. I want to talk about a tip that comes up in the course from one of our women teachers. And it's a great one, and a lot of guys kind of think about it, but they don't quite know what to do about it. She talks about setting up a sensual date. One of the points I love saying is that foreplay starts not a minute before sex, not 5 minutes before sex, but when you wake up in the morning. It's who you are, it's how you live. And when you have a date, you can set up the date so that the sensuality begins very early. If you've read my book, Deep Attraction Online, which is where this all started for me, because for me it really starts in language, I talk about how to communicate yourself as a sensual being, that you're actually alive to the senses. Because guess what? Women want a man who's alive to the senses. What does that mean? The way he tastes, the way he smells something, the way he touches something. She wants to be tasted and smelled and touched in an appreciative way. A man who can really cherish her and appreciate the nuances of her as a unique feminine being. So these are practices you want to develop in your life as a whole. That's why I say you start in the morning. So during the day, do you really taste your food? Do you really stop and smell the roses? Not a bad idea, by the way. Life goes fast. Now, are you attuned to the music in the air, to birdsong? You know, if you point that out to a woman, it's subtle, but you're awake to sensual pleasures. So I want to read a quote from our training manual. It came from one of the women in our series. She's one of the interviews. And she talks about a date. She said, when Erwin and I had our first date, he knew. We'd had several phone conversations and an experience at a workshop, and he knew that I'd like to relax, to listen to good music, to have long conversations. I like to have yummy smells around me, and he knew what kind of music I liked. So I arrived at his house, and we had said, let's meet at his house, and then we'll decide what to do. I walked in, and I still remember how my body felt when I walked in. I felt the beats of the soft, sensual music from the stereo, and the faint smell of lavender floating out of the bathroom, and the smooth stone of the Buddha statue that was sitting on the shelf next to the couch, and the soft pillow that was on the couch as I leaned against it when I walked in. What I really noticed, and what I thought was, wow, this guy is really in touch with his sensuality and his senses, and he knows what feels good, and I love that. Of course women love that. So don't take it for granted. Think about your space, your home. When I first started dating, it was just my two sons and myself in a house, and we had a foosball table right in the living room. That didn't go over so well, but we had fun anyway. But slowly I developed my house as a really sensual resting place, where women can come in and feel comfortable and happy, nurtured. There's lots of silks. There's silk pillows lying around, things like that. So think about developing your sensual attunement to the world, and then when you have a date, suffuse it with sensual experiences. Here's one little tip, by the way. Cashmere, you can never go wrong. I guarantee you, unless it's like 100 degrees. If you have a cashmere sweater, when a woman touches it, she'll feel it. It makes an absolute difference. So become attuned to sensuality, set up a sensual date, think of how things look, think of lighting, think of smell, and that means scented candles can be really nice. Not stupid, cheesy scented candles, but there's all kinds of great ones. By the way, apple and cinnamon, any real estate agent knows this, make people feel at home. If you can find a candle that smells like warm bread, you're even better off. But short of warm bread, think of something that smells good, think of a nice, low, thrumming music, and try to set the scene. And you won't have to work as hard as you're probably working now. Okay, a little tip, develop your sensual attunement. Hope you find that useful. Hey, if you found that tip helpful, I've got a lot more free content. I've got tips, I've got videos, I've got information, medical information, funny stuff. Go over to eroticmastery.com/blog and go check it out. It's all for free. You deserve to be a great lover. She wants you to be a great lover. Put in the time. It's worth it. I'll see you over there.